Hey, welcome to BusterADVBiker Podcast. This is the first, hopefully, of many. We're going to start off with one that's quite close to me, which is my cousin and a fellow biker, and what's going to happen to him. So, his name's Mark, but his nickname is Grim. So, we'll bring him in and we'll start asking him some questions. Hey, Mark, how you doing? You all right?
All right, not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad, not too bad. Right, so we kind of spoke about this as this kind of live or recording that we're going to do for a podcast, and just discuss what's happened to you and your bike and stuff. So I've got a couple of questions, and we'll see how many questions we go through, and just you answer them the way you kind of want to answer them.
I know.
If you don't want to answer a question I ask you, just say move on. All right.
Right. Okay.
So the first question is, can you take us back to when you were first diagnosed with MS, and what was that moment like for you?
Well, that's not even the biking side. That was like when I was chefing.
So we'll discuss, because obviously that the MS is affecting everything in your life. It's not just biking. So
the chefing had to stop. You know, I mean, collapsed in the kitchen, knew something was not right, and I knew my mum had MS.
Yeah.
And the symptoms I knew she had, that I was like, hold on a minute here, I've got that. And then I went to the doctor and said to him, and then they said to me, why? And then they said, oh, we need to get to certain things tested, like lumbar puncture and all that, ECGs and everything, blood. So when they tested that out, they knew something was wrong. And then I was told that I need to pack in chefing, because every time I lifted a pot, my hand just went, and I was like, my leg, and I couldn't walk properly, you know what I mean?
Aye.
So it's a bit annoying.
What would be? It's a life-changing illness.
But in saying that, Alan, Buster, is I sat at my full bike license when I had MS. I looked it up in 2008 at Christmas time on the 12th of December is when I passed it, but it was in 2008.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was still riding the Valadero 125. Do you know what I mean? I never bothered sitting at my desk because I was a lazy person. Plus the chefing, it was like a lot. Like when we used to work together, do you know what I mean? I drove scooters.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was like 1986. I had a Cubic 90, you know what I mean? And then I had a 100cc scooter, and then a 50, and then 100, and then 102 or something. And then I wanted to go to manual, do you know what I mean?
No.
And I got the 125 Valadero, which is a big bike for.
So when you passed your test, when you passed your bike test, you weren't diagnosed with MS when you passed your test, or
yes,
were
I
you?
was.
Were
yes.
you? Aye. Fucking hell. I didn't know that.
I was diagnosed with MS and I passed my test.
No, I never knew that.
I looked it up. I was like, oh, for flipping hell, man. Aye, because every time I done that, like the U-turn or everything, and I said if I could get off the bike, let me get off the bike as long as I get off it the right way. You know what I mean? I was only, because don't get us wrong, I felt it like a couple of times because of where I was sitting it and who I got, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But I wasn't involved in the biking community as such, you know what I mean? I knew certain people in it, you know.
Aye, but so you did. You mainly did at the start. You mainly did your bike test was more for transport to get to work and stuff.
Back and forward, to work.
So how did the MS initially affect your sense of identity as a rider, as a chef, and really as a person?
I would say my MS, it put me in not in a good way, Still doesn't. Not in a
Mm.
good way. I just hated it, man. I fucking like, excuse my language, just I hated it. Know what I mean? The way I hang, my attitude totally changed. Everything changed. Do you know what I mean? I got 2008. I got diagnosed. That's what? How many years is that now? I've had it for like
just
18
shy
years.
18 years. I just shy of 20 years.
18 years. But I still plodded on. I was still going. When I was going through the MS thing, I had to tell the boss of the pub I was working in what was happening, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was the collapse in the kitchen and all that. And then I just totally changed. You know what I mean? No, I went in. I would say when I stayed in Craignuke at the time, I really stayed in my flat. I didn't bother going over to Eliza's or Paul's. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that. You know what I mean?
So do you think it was gradual? Like so when you were diagnosed with MS, do you think your change was gradual, or do you think it was kind of you were all right to what point and then you totally changed?
I think it was all right. Do you know what I mean? I kept on fighting it, and I kept on trying to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even though, you know what I mean, when I went into Torrance, I helped people. You know what I mean? I still tried to work. You know what I mean? I wasn't giving into it. You know what I mean? There was no way. There's definitely an attitude that I did then. I wasn't letting it beat me.
So when do you think? So when do you think the point was when it changed you? Is there a definite you can pinpoint when you were fighting it, trying to deal with it, trying to live with it, and then there was a point where you did change?
Gave in.
And you gave in.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I know I'm asking you to tell. So you're telling my viewers or listeners.
2019.
So assuming it's COVID then.
COVID.
So when COVID hit, you just that kind of just was it the point where you just gave in?
Mm-hmm.
Because you obviously couldn't get out, couldn't work.
Aye, because I got the letter saying I'm not allowed out the house, you know. 2019, because I had a Harley then. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And it was a 2019 Harley.
And then the COVID happened, and then that was it. It was just because you couldn't go out and socialise and stuff.
Aye. And then my legs started, because I couldn't go out, wasn't moving my legs. Then I got into a wheelchair. That I could still be walking at that time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I ended up in the wheelchair. I thought it would get me out a bit of the house a bit quicker, you know. I would say. And then when did I get that other scooter? And then we got the lightweight one. Remember the black one for going away on holiday?
Aye.
And I relied on that too much. But then some of the time I went to Spain, I didn't have the wheelchair. Do you know what I mean? I had the walking stick.
Excuse me.
I mean, so I would say, because my first holiday was in about 2019. No, 2021 or something it was.
I so just after COVID.
Aye.
But you definitely, it was like COVID is when you knew that you were starting to kind of give in and not want to. You were getting. You were kind of not want to walk and then gave into it.
Gave into it. That's how my legs are so weak now. And then I'm trying to get that back, and I'm finding it hard.
So, believe it or not, all the questions I wrote we've kind of covered right down to number 12, really.
Have we?
Aye, just because it's went into one thing after another. So, you didn't make any changes to your bike to suit your MS because of COVID.
I tried the trike, yeah.
Aye,
I tried a trike, but I didn't like it. It wasn't me. Like from race bikes to Harleys to race bikes to Harleys. You know what I mean?
Aye, but I also think with the trike, why you didn't go on well with the trike was because you don't have a car license. So I
Aye,
need to tell
that's
the viewers
correct.
that
Aye, I've
you
not got
don't
a
have
car
a car,
license.
you've only got a bike license.
I went for a bike license.
So I think you didn't go on with the trike mainly because you didn't know how to position it properly in the road because you're not a car driver.
Yeah. Oh, I
So
hit the curb, but I hit the
I
curb.
try to take corners the way you would in a two-wheel bike.
Aye. And then you still try and put your feet down in a fucking trike still. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
I try to put your feet down.
I tried to put my feet down and I was like, what the heck am I doing? You know what I mean? But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the trike. You know what I mean?
Right, so most of these questions that I've got here, as I said, we've covered quite a bit of them just by the conversation that we've been having.
Aye.
So we'll go into a touchy subject, and it's just to let people, because it's just to give people who maybe are struggling with MS and kind of an idea, or been recently diagnosed with MS and as a biker. So these are kind of touchy subjects. So if you don't want to answer them, feel free to say pass.
No worries.
Right. So how did your friends, family, co-workers react to your diagnosis?
I found it sometimes the friends started disappearing. Because at that time in 2013, we started 6 Feet Under MCC.
Yep.
And I think in 2019, you started to see them dwindling away.
You can know.
You know what I mean? It took a while for me to ask for help, as in for family-wise. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't tell Laura, my sister, so I didn't tell her how bad it was or anything, or my big brother or my sister-in-law, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just will, there's only one friend that came up. Well, Thomas McGregor came up a lot. Sorry if you don't want me mentioning names.
No, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care.
He came up, but then all of a sudden he dwindled away. Roddy, he's been here since the day one. You know what I mean?
I think Roddy is one of the ones it's always been there.
Aye, and then you've always came when you can.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But you always try and come up and see me once a week.
At least once a week.
And at least help me and do things and
get
a good laugh what we used to as a chef, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
well, that was one of the one.
Well, I say like are certain days when you're on your end and all that, your mind does do tricks on you when you've got MS. I'll tell you that now. See, when you're sitting on your own and you're talking to MD.
Yep.
The social aspects has totally changed.
Like, especially probably more so with you because, as you said, being a biker, realizing you've got the social aspect of the bike, then getting involved in things, then all of a sudden, as you said, some of your friends have just kind of dwindled away because you've not got a bike, you're not going out on rides. Because I remember at the start, you were still, you go worse with your MS. People for the bike club were coming up and seeing you, coming to visit you. But then slowly but surely they started stop coming to see you. And
yeah, I haven't changed. But that's what I'm saying. This 6 Feet Under is like they have to move on. When I left in 2019 as well. So in 2019, a club thing that has to move on. Doesn't matter who started it or whatever. It has to go their way. You know what I mean?
But as we're saying, so the bit that gets me is the fact that you made friends and stuff in the bike clubs, and then all of a sudden, because you've not got a bike anymore, you're not out riding, they're no longer your friends. How does that work? I don't understand that.
Aye, because you're not your friends, are they?
No.
They're actually supposed to be your brothers from another mother, but that doesn't work either.
No. It's,
You know what I mean? It's like you feel it sometimes like they're out for themselves.
That's why before you kind of stopped riding bikes through MS, that's why I stopped getting involved with bike clubs for the same thing. I found that they were happy to take your help, but when you needed it, they were nobody was interested in giving you their help. So that's how I left the bike club, and that's how I started getting into adventure bikes and stuff like that. So it's different because I've got mates that like the Peaky Biker. We don't talk all the time, but at least once a week, twice a week, we'll message each other, see how each other's gone. We'll meet up at the ABR, and it's just
it's not totally different. Is that totally different in the club scene? You think?
Definitely totally different.
Right.
Because you've different types of riders. Do you know what I mean? It's no, and these are all out for having an adventure. So, like the day we were out doing a bit of off-roading, so it was the boys who were into wanting to learn more about off-roading and demolium. Then there's tours that we meet up, going to Gibraltar. That's what it's totally different.
No,
it's and you meet up for different reasons. Do you know what I mean? It's not just because you feel that you have to. You meet up because you're in the area and they're showing you about their area that they do adventures in. So it's a totally different vibe. So it's definitely a different scene. I wouldn't go back to bike clubs again. So
well, as you know, I still talk to a lot of them as well. No mention any names, you know.
But it shows you that the ones that claim to be your pals, do you know what I mean? Are the ones that are no longer there. The ones that have basically said to you, if you need me, I'm there. If you do you know what I mean? It's a bit. It's so in what ways MS change your outlook in life now, or is there a change, or is it?
Well, my social aspects have changed because I am how would I say this? I'm scared to go out now. Do you know what I mean? And get involved in things because if I catch COVID, right, I've got no immune system now because I take for the last 3-4 years I've got infusions, so I've not got immune system now. So if I get the infusion done and I catch it, then I get it every 6 months. They'll cancel that if I get a viral infection or that. But after, if you catch it 3 times, they'll stop it.
Right.
And then let your system grow again, let your immune system grow. Because what it does is it kills the bad cells, the ones that are dying away, and then it builds up new ones. That's how you get it every 6 months, you know what I mean?
Aye. So if you catch anything...
If I catch it, I'm
you're not going to get...
It can actually kill me, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because I've not got an immune system to fight it.
And then that's made you scared to go anywhere and no one
to go. Mix about with crowds and all the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Which is acceptable. It's your health at the end of the day.
Aye. It's like I'm always nervous when I go in a car and all that. I didn't used to be. It's fucking Irish, honestly.
You can't really say that. That's a bit. We'll edit that bit out. So remember, but even though I can edit this, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about it.
Right. But I just just get nervous when I go out. I didn't even go out the front. You know what I mean? You always sat at my back door.
You
know what I mean? Never went out the front.
But it shouldn't. It's just my opinion, but it shouldn't stop you from doing things like that. You just need to be aware when you're out, you can't be in confined spaces with people.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Or So you should maybe speak to the doctor about that then and find out if there's something you could do so you can still socialise. But
yeah, they put you on a socialised thing. Like you can go to the hospice. I can go to the hospice and do things. You know what I mean? But the people are a lot older than me, if you know what I mean.
Aye.
I'm the young one there. You know, and I look at them and I'm like, I'm not at that stage yet. Do you know what I mean? I feel I'm not at that stage yet.
It's just a shame that there's people out there that we know that, as we spoke about before, has just lost total interest in you just because they probably can't be bored taking the time to do anything with you.
No.
Or taking you anywhere or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping for next ABR that you're fit enough that you can. I'm going to scout out this ABR and I'm going to see if there's a way we can get you to the ABR next year. Because I think you'd like that. I think you'd like that to get you out and you're in a tent, and I just need to find out a way of how we're going to, if you're still in a wheelchair by that point.
Yeah.
How because you probably would need a wheelchair for the ABR.
Right.
Because it's that massive.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
I'll scout that out for next year and we'll maybe try and get you down to the ABR next year.
So is it bigger than the club rallies and all that, do you think?
It's massive. Aye. When the ABR's all up and gone, in that county, it's the third largest village in the county.
All right.
It's massive. It's massive.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's like Harley Davidson and all that. They all take over. What you call it? Aviemore, don't they?
It's bigger than Aviemore.
All right. Okay.
It's bigger than Thunder in the Glen.
Right. Thunder in the Glen. That was what.
Aye, it's bigger than that. It's much bigger.
Right.
Every motorcycle manufacturers there, from Harley all the way up to, or all the way down, should I say, to Royal Enfield. Every manufacturer. It's a big place. But I'll scout it out and I'll see if there's a way we can get you there next year. Because I think you'd like that.
I'll try.
So let's have a look at other questions. What would you tell? So what would you tell someone newly diagnosed who's afraid of losing the things they love? What would you say to them? Is there any advice that you would give them, stuff that you've maybe done and that you wish that you'd maybe think, I should have done it that way?
Try not to take things out on your friends or the people that are helping you, because sometimes that's what I think it's caused my relationship, to be honest. 13 years, you know.
Aye.
Don't take it out on the person, because it's not them. It's even though I've got the problem, you know what I mean, but they're trying to help you and all that.
Aye, but it's technically not a problem though. It's your health at the end of the day. And
aye, because it's the back of your brain. So like I've got 15 lesions in the back of the brain. So that's little sparks that will come into my brain, and sometimes it won't register things, you know what I mean?
Aye.
And you do get frustrated, even your speech sometimes goes. You know what I mean? And people think, God, is that guy drunk? I'm like, I don't even drink. You know what I mean?
It's just, so just try and but then, and on the other side of the coin, you're saying don't take it out on the people that you love or try to help you and stuff, but on the other side of the coin, the people who love and your friends and that, you need to understand.
Yeah, there's certain bits.
There's certain things that you can help. So, on the other side, so maybe a wee bit more conversation with the people that you love, and
more communication instead of. I think the communication disappeared as well in my relationship. You know what I mean?
There's another question I think is quite a good one. Is there anything that you wish people better understood about living with MS? For people who don't have it, that maybe no understand, maybe the way you act sometimes, or
it's
the way you.
It's hard going, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's hard going. Frustration gets in a lot. I get frustrated at a little thing now.
Aye. But that just could be your night thing coming through, but that might not be the MS. That might just be your second name.
No, but I like doing things and trying to help people as well. Well, you know that in my younger days, I used to try and help people. But it's like when you came up yesterday, help with the garden.
Yep.
Build the shed and all that. I wanted to get involved. Do you know what I mean? And I couldn't get involved.
Well, you did. You helped. You did help. You held some screws and stuff for me, and you were talking to me while I was doing it. And
jump off the ramp with fucking my scooter.
Falling off your new ramp that I fitted for you.
Know what I mean? It's just it gets frustrating. You can't do certain things. Like I've only got used to the one hand. The other hand, so it's just like it's cramped up. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can't even fuck that. And then some days I can straighten my fingers. Some days, well, today I can't straighten them.
Yeah.
But this hand's like, I don't know if you can see that, cuz it's like, ooh.
That one's all right. The other one's.
I mean.
So what's? I know personally you've had a wee bit of a change in pace when you want to try and get things sorted and stuff. You're trying to overcome that period where you kind of did give in a wee bit. You're trying to get yourself back motivated. So what's
positive again, man? Just move on. And
so, what is your goals? For this point now? What is your?
Do you want me to tell you? Just fuck every other cunt.
Right,
sorry, fuck everybody. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to do it for my fucking. I'm trying to do it for myself.
Yeah. So you're trying to do it for yourself.
That's a polite way.
And what is so what's the goal? What is the bit you want to get to?
Where I want to get to? I want to get to walking first.
Right.
Then take things slowly and see where I can go from there. But I just want to get to walking first. Get my strength back in my legs. Hopefully, I've not left it too late. But the physio guy says, no, you can walk, Matt. It's painful, I know. It's like greeting pain, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I go to the Revive MS Society, they help me to try and walk again, you know?
Because that might be, if you dig in and start walking again, then you can go to bike rallies and bike shows, and that might spur you on to get yourself, do you know what I mean, sorted to maybe get back on the bike again. If that's a possibility.
If it's a possibility, I've still got my bike license.
But
it's up to myself how up there. It's got to be right in the mind.
And maybe not try and push too fast to get somewhere.
No, I'm not, because it could take, they said to me, take a couple of years, could take, like, depends how far I can take it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm able to do it, then I'm able to do it, but just got to take it slowly, you know what I mean? I've got certain exercises I don't need equipment for. You know what I mean?
There's obviously there's places that you yourself, bike rallies and stuff is 9 times out of 10 is held in a field. So even if you go to the point where you could walk and get to bike rallies like that and see, do you know what I mean? Just to get the social aspect things in.
I could get a lane. I can get a camper van and somebody will drive it for me. Do you know what I mean? Like Roddy would drive it for me to go to a the biking rally down in Leeds or something. There's hotels I'll stay in. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Because I think that would be kind of helpful for you if you get out and about and started socialising more as well. Probably help you.
It's not. It's just try to get that negativity of Oh, I'm among 100 people or fucking thousands of people here. Fuck, I'm worried about catching COVID. That's always in the back of my head. So before I go, I've got negativity straight away. So that
And obviously,
positive.
you're not going to enjoy yourself while you're out. And
I've got to think of positive sort of time.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
So let's have a look, because I think we've only been gone for where's the timer?
31 minutes.
And we've pretty much covered everything. It's just
Really?
going to be one episode, aye. It's maybe just a one episode.
Why?
Just I think it's just the way you've answered them. You've kind of answered questions that I was going to ask you, I think.
Aye, because when I was reading the questions, I was like, that's one question, even though there's 10 questions there.
Aye,
because the way it's moved on to it.
Living way out motorcycle.
It's just the way it is.
Personally, right. So we'll do this one, right? So we'll start wrapping it up because we've kind of covered everything, but we'll go into more because it is a bike channel. It's about bikes. We'll kind of go into the aspects of biking. So what does riding a bike, a motorcycle, mean to you personally?
Freedom. And that's not because I'm Scottish.
Just,
you know what I mean? Just let you know. No, freedom gets me out and about, and just the air getting into my face and lungs. You know what I mean? It's not all about flipping speed and all the rest of it anymore, man.
It's just getting it.
You know me, I'm a torquey person. I'm not into for the top end. Do you know what I mean? I'm a torquey person. That's why I like my Harleys.
And we've kind of answered that. How does MS affect your ability to approach riding? At the minute, you're obviously you can't ride just now.
But when I had MS, I sat the test when I had MS.
Aye. But at this precise moment in time, you can't.
Nah. But I've got Premier Progressive, remember? I've got the worst one. They said that I'm going to get worse, you know, which is not a good thing for them to say to me when I'm trying to do things, you know.
I try to get better. I'll try to get mobility back.
Mobility back, and he says you're going to get worse, and I'm like, what? I thought you wanted me to home. Like, oh well, okay. You know what I mean? It's just when folks say it's going to get worse, it's because there's different types of relapse one. Like I know a couple of bikers have got relapse MS, you know what I mean? And would you believe it? Some of them are in SFU. You know what I mean? But you had left it this time, you know what I mean? I think it's I don't know when he came, you know what I mean? But there was a guy, he had MS, you know what I mean? I found out he had MS, and when he went into the Luss, we stopped at Luss or something, and he said to me, oh, you've got the worst MS, you know what I mean? And then I looked it up. You know what I mean? Because there's like it's that much MS, man, it's unbelievable. And I'm like, wow. Different stages, different things. Affects people different ways. Sometimes it's on the spine, usually. You know what I mean? Because mine's on the back of the head and in the spine. Right. So I've got like, it's like signals can go, but like, say if you got a plug and you cut it, a bit out it, right? And you did that all the way to a plug, and it's got and the cord. So the cord, you've cut the cord that many times, so you get sparks coming out the side of it. Say, it's like that.
Like that.
That's what I've got in the brain and in the spine. Because they showed me it's your cord. It's, you know what I mean. It's better, and that's what they said to the electric. They showed me like a kettle plug and all that, and then they were cutting the cover off it, and they says that's what your spine's like and your brain. So it's like electric shocks, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the heck? So it's misfiring. You know what I mean?
So you're getting signals misfiring.
Aye. So I'm not getting the full what I want to do, you know what I mean? Like put that leg forward, and then it won't move, you know.
I wonder if there's any like motorcycle, no clubs, but forums or Facebook pages for people, bikers who have got MS.
I can't really remember. I'm trying to think. No, I mean, because you can adapt your motorbike. You know what I mean? Which is that nabbed.
Aye, nabbed, but nabbed's more. It's more like is that more a physical disability rather than?
Yeah, you can do it's physical and
right.
It's not to do with your brain or anything, but there's nothing. There's not a cure for MS. You know what I mean?
Aye.
They can prolong it for you. That's how I've took this infusion, but there's not a cure for MS.
There's not a cure for it.
Nah, not yet. Know what I mean? Oh, there's a cure out there and they're not telling us and they're trying to make money after drugs and all that, you know?
And Americans, that's normally the Americans that try and do that, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Well, by the looks of it, we've covered all the questions and spoke about it. So maybe out of this, and once I put the video up on YouTube and stuff, I hope maybe somebody might reach out. There might be like a club that you can, or people you can talk to, but other bikers that have got it. Or
I will. Because you know me, Alan, I will not get involved in any clubs.
No. I don't mean a club. I don't mean a club like that. I mean like a Facebook. Somebody, people you can talk to who are in the same position as you.
I'm like, I've done my time, guys. I've done my time. You know what I mean?
But yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is there anything, before we wrap up, is there anything that you would like to add for people to know about it or anything like
that? Just be patient, I think. You have to be patient. You know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in a day.
Aye.
You know what I mean? You're going to have more down days than your ups at some time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you all going close, like, it's happened to me tons of times. Like, I could be joyful today, and then today, and then tonight, I'm on a downslope, you know what I mean? It's a weird thing.
Aye, so it's not just the MS, it's affecting your mental health as well.
It does affect your mental health. That's how I've got tablets for that as well, you know. It does affect you mentally. It's mentally draining. And that's why it's like for partners as well, it'd be mentally draining for them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? As well. And you can say what people can say, but you know what I mean? They can only do a certain amount. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't get it wrong. Sometimes I know when I look at things, I blame myself. Sometimes I'll. You know what I mean? I had a great relationship. You know what I mean? Well, I thought I did. You know.
So thanks for talking to me. Thanks for being the first of the podcast. And maybe get you back on another time. I'll maybe get you onto the actual live.
Oh, that'll be funny.
All right. So YouTube, that's the first podcast done. Just a wee insight of it. Mark goes through as a biker who's gone through quite a bit and who at this moment can't really ride a bike due to his illness. Hope you all stay safe, stay rubber side down, and remember, take life one mile at a time. Catch you later.